Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Campos?
Mrs.
Miss. Okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my son to court to see if I can get some assistance for his son, my grandson, Julian. He's 6 years old. Juan and Julian's mom were together up until about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Had a good life, beautiful home. They were set. Then one day he comes to me. I've never talked to her since she left him. She abandoned him. She abandoned the whole family, including the grandson. So he comes and he says, look, she's gone and whatever. Okay.
Inside an emotional courtroom, a grandmother steps forward, not for herself, but for her grandson, Julian. She tells the judge her son was left behind when his partner walked away, leaving her to hold the family together. But where's Julian's mother been all this time? 3 years of silence, and now the unanswered questions are finally coming to light.
I just need some help with Julian because she left him too. Well, of course I'm going to say yes, you know. At that time, it was just me and my husband. So Julian had his grandpa, he had me, and everything was fine. Well, last year, Grandpa passed away.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. And things have gotten tougher because of that. So to the point where I came out of retirement, I'm Ubering when Julian's at school, and his life hasn't changed at all. He's still literally in the house that he was in when they were a family.
After stepping into care for her grandson, this grandmother never thought she'd be doing it all on her own. With her husband gone and bills piling up, she now drives Uber just to make ends meet. Meanwhile, little Julian is still in the same home where the family once felt whole, clinging to memories while life around him falls apart. But beneath the surface, is there even more this family hasn't revealed?
And he doesn't visit, like Julian's like detached from him because it's been 3 years that he'll come around.
I do see
you
him.
know.
I do see him.
And
I'll get to you.
And
Okay.
he
Sorry,
comes around, but I don't get any financial support. I don't see that his life has changed at all. And we had to move out of the house that me and my husband shared. And unfortunately, in this big city, the best place I could find is literally a 1-bedroom. So thank goodness Julian's small right now. He can sleep on the sofa without too much discomfort. I have the bedroom. And so when he comes over and visits, of course he can't stay because there's no place for him to stay. These are his words.
As the courtroom listens, a harsh truth emerges. Julian's father is almost absent, giving neither financial help nor emotional support. The family's house is gone, replaced by a cramped 1-bedroom apartment where the child now sleeps on the couch. And when the father does stop by, he refuses to stay, claiming there's no room. But the real issue runs much deeper than just a lack of space.
Julian he's just like some man that comes over because he comes over so rarely. What really ticked me off was a little bit back ago, he went and bought Julian some clothes. He also bought himself some clothes. But what my grandson had told me was that if he could have some shoes like one. And I said, what do you mean? He got you some new shoes? No, he said, we went to the mall, we got his clothes, his shoes, and then he stopped at Walmart on the way home and got Julian stuff. I guess because it's cheaper. I get it.
Julian's father once took him shopping, but while he walked out in designer outfits and brand new shoes, his son's bags came from Walmart. The contrast was impossible to ignore, and the message was crushing. Julian never asked for extravagance, only to feel valued. But what kind of father leaves his own child feeling like an afterthought?
I mean, for Julian, he's getting Walmart from me, he's getting Walmart from him.
But Julian was with him.
He was literally with him, and he took him, and I thought they were gonna, maybe things had changed with him, whatever.
If I could please explain, Your Honor.
You can
Okay.
after your mother is done.
Okay. Sorry, Mom.
And then since my husband's passing, I need to get medical insurance for him. Anytime, even to take him to the free clinic is not really free. I've still got to pay whatever the prescriptions are.
For a moment, she hoped things might finally be different. But instead, another heartbreak arrived. With Julian's health now a growing concern, she's the one balancing prescriptions, doctor visits, and mounting bills without a single hand to help. Her husband is gone. Her own health is slipping. Yet every ounce of strength she has left goes into this little boy. The question is, why is she the only one fighting for him?
And then the finances, you know, I mean, so I went and tried to get him some medical coverage, food stamps. Well, they tell me no, because with the Medicaid, they needed his information. They said that he's under child support. The mother has been paying the state child support all these years.
Okay, wait. So she's been paying child support to him?
Apparently so. I haven't seen one dime.
Okay, all right.
Then comes a shocking revelation. The state confirms that the mother has been sending child support payments to the father, yet the grandmother never saw a single dollar. Julian's needs went unmet while the man collecting the money gave nothing in return. So where did the cash really go? And how long has this quiet deception been unfolding?
So Julian is under Medicaid.
I couldn't get him under Medicaid
Oh,
because
you couldn't get him
I
under...
couldn't. That's how I found out about the child support. When I asked him about it on the visit that he made to buy the clothes, he said that no, he doesn't get in it. He doesn't know where it's going to this and that. But I know Juan. There's that money. He knows what I'm talking about. You know, he knows he's getting it, but I'm not getting it.
Okay, so you just want one to pay child support and you have the opportunity to get health insurance.
The grandmother's discovery came as a cool shock. When she applied for medical assistance, she was denied. Why? Because records showed Julian already had coverage. But she had no card, no information, just a door slammed shut. Now, she turns to her son for answers as every eye in the courtroom shifts to Juan. What explanation can he possibly give?
Well, according to them, yeah, health insurance, because I'm paying out of pocket these last 3 years, and I understood that they wouldn't even qualify him for Medicaid because, according to them, he's got medical coverage. But I don't know where that medical coverage is.
Under mom.
The mom or him or somebody's got him covered, but I don't have the information that I need to go take him to the doctor.
I understand. I follow you. Well, is there anything else you want me to know? Because there is some information I need and you just don't have it, and hopefully Mr. Campos has.
Every expense, medical care, meals, school, falls squarely on her shoulders. Records insist Julian is insured, but she's never held the proof in her hands. Someone else controls the access, leaving her with nothing. Now the truth must surface, because a child's health is at stake, and silence can no longer be an excuse.
So is it indeed a fact that you have been receiving child support from the mother of your son?
Yes, I have.
¿Ves?
Okay. And you didn't tell your mom?
No, I didn't feel the need to.
Okay, wait a minute. Is it true that your son, your 6-year-old, has been living with your mom for 3 years?
Off and on, not totally all 3 years, off and on. I do.
What do you mean by off and on? Like on the weekend when you pick him up, or when you pick him up and go with?
I'm a promoter for a club, so I do need help, and I thought that was the agreement to go ahead and help me when I'm out of town, you know, and I'm not, as she says, I do have the house, but I'm really there, you know, and I do need help. He can't stay by himself in a house that big at 6 years old. I don't know. I know I couldn't.
At last, the truth is exposed. Yes, he's been collecting child support. Yes, Julian has been living with his grandmother. And no, he never shared a word of it with her. While she struggles, he spends on parties, trips, and distractions, leaving a 6-year-old to be raised alone. He calls it support, but is this really help, or just neglect disguised as convenience?
Okay. Well, you'd agree with me that help means that you need to give her something, right?
And I do pay the health care, the $150. I do pay that.
Oh, wait a minute. So that's the missing link here. So you pay health insurance for your son already?
Yes, I pay the $150.
Why didn't you tell your mother that? Why haven't you given her a health insurance card? Why haven't you given her anything? That's not fair.
It's not, but I paid for it. I thought that was, all I needed to do from my side. I didn't realize I needed to tell my mom everything.
It's not serving Julian?
He insists it's covering health care, but the judge isn't convinced. No card, no access, no updates, just empty claims. Meanwhile, his mother carries the burden alone. The courtroom reacts in disbelief. How can someone say they're providing when they won't even hand over the most basic information? And then something shifts.
Wait a minute, Mr. Compost. Who takes him to the doctor?
Well, I haven't recently.
Okay,
when she
so
helps
it's
me
fair
out.
to say that your mom probably does it, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't it logically follow that she needs an insurance card or the information?
Yes, and it's just that
So
I may
you're
have.
letting your mom take your son to the doctor and they have to call you or something to verify his insurance? That just does not make any sense.
Your Honor, excuse me, they don't call him to verify. I didn't know this. Everything has come out of my pension or my Uber money, tips or whatever.
Oh.
I had no idea until I tried to file for these services that they said that Julian was getting child support.
Picture taking a child to the doctor without knowing what insurance covers him. That's a burden this grandmother carries. The father admits he's never the one at Julian's appointments. So why keep the vital details hidden? This isn't a simple mix-up. It's neglect dressed up as silence, and it's putting a child at risk.
I have told him, hey, I've got my son's phone number. I have told him, hey, this kid doesn't feel well. This is going on, that's going on. Even for physical, for him to play the t-ball. And
So
he's
you're
like, I
paying
can't
out,
right now.
she's literally paying
Yes.
out of pocket, but your son is covered under health insurance.
Yes.
So your mom is not only taking care of your son's medical needs, she's taking care of his daily needs. And you don't want to help her?
I do want to help her, and I thought she had all the help she needed. When Papa passed away, he left quite a bit of money for her, and I thought,
Okay,
it would
you
help.
just said keywords. He left quite a bit of money for her.
Yes.
Not for your son.
Yes.
Not for you.
Julian just needs a simple physical to join T-Ball, but even that responsibility lands on his grandmother. She calls, she texts, she covers the bills, while the father sits back. He admits the child has insurance, yet lifts no finger to help. The judge has had enough, and so has everyone watching. But this fight isn't finished. The next chapter is coming soon, so stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe to see how this case unfolds, because what happens next could change Julian's future forever.